What's up everyone, my name is Jackie. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, I am so glad that you're back. Today we are at the Disneyland Resort and we are tasting every single cold brew they have here at the parks. I am so excited. There's specialty cold brews. There's cold brews here that are fan favorites and I'm so excited to try them all with you. Let's go get buzzed. That sounds kind of weird. Let's go get buzzed? No, let's go get our caffeine fix. I don't know, let's go drink a ton of coffee together.
Take it away, baby.
We have made it to Avengers Campus. This is the first stop of our cold brew challenge. And this one I'm very excited about. It's cookies and cream flavored and I love anything that has to do with cookies and cream. I love Oreos. So we're headed to the PIM test kitchen. Let's go. My order came through. We got the cold brew and I got some tots. There's a meet and greet with Iron Man. And I feel like I never really get to see him, so I jumped in line. Sorry, I got snacks.
So the Avengers were all pretty awesome, right? But who's your favorite?
Iron Man.
Correct. Now, bonus question. Why me?
Because you're the most good looking. And you have the coolest suit.
And I would have to agree.
Yeah. Thank you, Iron Man.
Good to see you. And I'm not just saying that.
Okay, so we have secured the cold brew after an impromptu meeting with Iron Man. I just love Iron Man. I love that freaking meet and greet because he like talks to you and it's just so much fun. We have the Experiment 7290, which is a cookies and cream cold brew. It's got chocolate drizzle, cold brew, it's got sweet foam on top, and it's topped off with an Oreo. This looks awesome. It just looks so good. Like the foam, I just want to dig in. So here we go. Okay. Okay, yes. Immediately, yes. I love, hold on. I feel like I always have stuff all over my face when I'm filming these videos anyways. This cold brew is so good. Nice and bitter from the coffee, but balances out with the chocolate and the sweet foam on top. I absolutely love it. I also love like the crushed Oreos on the rim. That's such a nice touch. While I do love this foam, I am gonna mix it a little bit and I'm gonna try this Oreo on top. I mean, I know what it's gonna taste like, but I'm gonna eat it right now before it gets all soggy in the drink. If I was here with my girls, I would let them eat this Oreo. This is delicious. Also, I ordered a side of the tater tots from the PIM test kitchen, and these are really good, just as a side note. Now that's good. God, I always make such a mess, honestly. I just get so excited. Oh my gosh, of course, I spilled on the first coffee of the day. My God. Okay, this is phenomenal. This has got to be one of the best cold brews I've ever tasted on Disneyland property. This is so good. I hope they make this like stay forever. Yeah, it's everything you want a coffee to be. If you want like a specialty coffee, it's sweet, it's creamy, it's a little bitter from the coffee. It is good, it packs a punch. I'm glad I got the tater tots as a side because we're about to have a lot of caffeine today. So I need something in my stomach to like sop it all up, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm feeling super jazzed now. We just drank up that cold brew and it was delicious. And now we're on Hollywood Boulevard and you know what we're gonna do. You already know. You already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a drawing class at the Animation Academy because that is the best thing to do when you're here at DCA. If you haven't taken a drawing class at the Animation Academy, what are you doing? You need to do that.
You're about halfway done with Lightning McQueen. Very own Lightning McQueen. What to do is just don't forget to find a good spot somewhere next to your Lightning McQueen and make sure you sign your name. How'd everyone do now that you're done?
Okay, we just hopped out of our Animation Academy class and it was probably my favorite one by far because look who we got to draw. Lightning McQueen! How cute did they turn out? He was like really fun to draw, surprisingly. As most of you know, my son Ryan, he was obsessed with Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen just holds a very special place in my heart. He loved the movie Cars. He loved playing with Lightning McQueen cars, like the toys, and we have all of his cars nicely displayed in a beautiful glass jar on our mantle. And getting to draw Lightning McQueen today was just like, I don't know, didn't you feel like he was hopping in to just say hi?
Yep.
And I just love little signs from him like that. So that was very special. We are headed to another cold brew, guys. And this one I have high hopes for. As you know, I love s'mores, and the next cold brew has to do with s'mores. Let's go check it out. Okay, we are headed to the Cappuccino Cart, which is located right across the way from the Little Mermaid attraction. I'm sitting right in front of Mickey's Pixar Pal Around. I think that's what it's called now, but I refer to it as Mickey's Fun Wheel because that's what it used to be. But anyways, I got the s'mores cold brew from the Joffrey's Cappuccino Cart, and I haven't taken a sip yet. That's how they filled it up. But I think they did that because they put a lid on top, so they didn't want to like smash the cold foam and the topping, so I appreciate it. But yeah, so this is a chocolate infused cold brew topped with marshmallow cold foam and a graham cracker topping. So let's just give it a shot because you know I love s'mores. Ooh, that's good. Oh, I wish they gave me more of the marshmallow topping because that is the best part. It's not too strong on the marshmallow. You would think a s'mores cold brew is like super, super sweet, and I was anticipating it being sweet, but it's actually not overly sweet, which is nice. The chocolate cold brew is nice. It's smooth. It's a little bitter, but it's sweet. And then the marshmallow cold foam is more creamy than super, super sweet. And I love the nutty notes of the graham cracker on top. This is good. If I had one complaint, I wish that they would have stuffed it all the way to the top and given me more cold foam, but they were pretty busy at the cart anyways, so I think they were just trying to bust out as many s'mores cold brews as possible because a lot of people were ordering these and ordering all the other coffee drinks they have. They have nitro cold brew, they've got all sorts of other specialty coffee drinks, so if you need a coffee pick-me-up when you're here at DCA, definitely go to the Cappuccino Cart. Yeah, I think I said it before, but it's right across the way from the Little Mermaid attraction. The s'mores cold brew is actually a specialty cold brew here for the summer, which I love because when you think about summer, you think about camping and making s'mores, so it's definitely a fun summer themed cold brew. This is good. Do I like it better than the cookies and cream cold brew I just had? No, I definitely go for the cookies and cream cold brew over this, but this is still good. I have a straw. I'm gonna try to, yeah, see, I wanna get this marshmallow foam. Yum. Okay, yeah, that's good. You know what I kind of wish? This would have been a pain in the butt for the cast members, and I don't even think that they probably aren't even allowed to do this because it would involve like a cooking torch. But wouldn't it be yummy if they did like a marshmallow meringue on top and then used the torch to torch the top? So you would legit have a toasted marshmallowy foam topping versus, I think they probably used marshmallow syrup flavoring in this, which is still good, but toasted marshmallow, that would be good. Maybe I could recreate that at home. Thank you to ClickHer for sponsoring this portion of the video. ClickHer is my new obsession and I'm thrilled to share about it with you right now. ClickHer is a super curated beauty and fashion app that is powered by real women from all around the US, which I think is so freaking cool. The ClickHer team searches the web and social networks for the latest styles, tips, and trends every day, okay? And then they share their best discoveries with quick posts up on the ClickHer app. The best part, and this is what I love about ClickHer amongst many things, but this is like my #1 reason why I gravitate towards ClickHer the most, is because it's algorithm free. I love that ClickHer is an algorithm free feed that features fresh content from creators that are often overlooked by big search engines. You may be asking, okay, so what does this mean? It means that ClickHer highlights little known creators you might miss in the flood of social feeds filled with irrelevant suggestions, which is helpful when you're on the hunt for, like, let's say home decor inspiration or skincare inspiration. You can filter the feed so it only shows you those topics, which is helpful. My favorite ClickHer feature is the favorite feed. You can favorite certain posts so it will be easier for you to refer back to. You can filter the ClickHer feed to only show you your favorites, and then you can even filter your favorites to only see what you truly are in the mood to see. So for me, this makes for a more productive time on my phone. I actually get to see the posts I'm inspired by versus getting bogged down with everything else. It is such a new and innovative and refreshing app to have on my phone. You can download ClickHer right now and give it a try using the link in my description below, or you can check out ClickHer and download it from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Either way, I highly recommend it, and I'm excited for you to check it out and let me know what you think. And now let's get back to those cold brews. Thank you.
All right.
Another great thing to do when you're at DCA, which is like so relaxing and you get to hang out in the AC for a bit, is Mickey's PhilharMagic. It is such a cute show and you can't help but sing along. It is so much fun and we're gonna watch it right now. I can't film during the show because it's like 3D and trust me, it's awesome. Ooh, yeah. I don't care what anybody says. When you wear 3D glasses, you look so freaking cool. The gist of Mickey's PhilharMagic is that Mickey steps away from his spot as conductor and Donald takes over and chaos begins. But you go through all of the most iconic Disney movies and you sing along to the popular songs. It is awesome. That show is so good. It is so good. And it includes like all of your favorite Disney movies from the 90s, but recently they added a Coco scene in there and it is just so much fun. After PhilharMagic, we came into the Superstore, the Marvel Superstore, and I found the perfect Disney souvenir. Jess, don't you think this is awesome and it's super affordable?
Very.
You could buy your very own Iron Man. Life-sized Iron Man. Not for me, but that's pretty cool that you could buy that here. Inside the Marvel Superstore, you could literally buy anything that has to do with any Marvel movie ever. Even Marvel cookbooks. Look at this. We found a pressed penny machine in here. I have to do this. Oh my gosh, how fun. Oh, Jess, it's a pressed quarter. Okay, I totally thought that was a pressed penny machine, but it turns out it's a pressed quarter machine. So I got 2 pressed quarters that are Spider-Man for the girls, because as you saw in our last video, they collect Disney pressed pennies and coins, and they have like a collector's book. Every time we come to the park, they always try to get a pressed penny, and it's so cute, so I grabbed one for them. You could also buy Captain America's shield. Like, that is insane for $450. But it comes with its own leather carrying case. So you could carry that thing whenever you go fight crime. That's awesome. I have to say, I've never been in the Marvel Superstore. It is back here in the Hollywood backlot next to Hollywood Lounge. It has everything you could ever possibly imagine. If you are a Marvel fan, you have to go check that store out. You know, we love our honorable mention items, and this one is a good one, if not the best honorable mention we could possibly do. It is the Affogato. You can find this at Schmoozies, which is right across the street from the animation building where we take our Animation Academy drawing classes. Look at this. It is a giant scoop of vanilla ice cream with an espresso shot poured over. Could you even dream of something better than this? It's gonna be so sweet and creamy with that nice bitterness from the espresso. I haven't even taken a bite, but it looks delicious. And walking over to sit and enjoy it, 2 people already stopped and like asked where to get it and what it was because they just thought it was so cool. So yum. I just love it. It looks like a root beer float, but it's not. It's something better. I've got my spoon. Look at this. This is so fun. The first thing I'm gonna make when I get my espresso maker, I don't have an espresso maker at home, but whenever I do, I don't know when I will, but whenever I do, I'm gonna be making these all the time. Bro, this is so good. Oh my God, this is phenomenal. This is so good. The espresso melts the ice cream a little bit, so you get like a little coffee kind of latte vibe from the ice cream. This is so good and so smooth. This is such a decadent treat. Yum. Just with the espresso and the vanilla ice cream alone, you don't need any other flavors. You have the sweet and creamy ice cream with the smooth espresso. Yum. Oh my God, I should have gotten a straw. This is pure heaven. This is like an honorable mention. This isn't even a cold brew, but since it's a coffee item, I had to include it because it's so much fun. And is this like my favorite? I think this is like my favorite thing so far. And this isn't even a cold brew. And this whole video is about cold brew. Monorail. Okay, so my sister brought up the tasty little tip. If you make this at home, you could get Frangelico, which is like a hazelnut liqueur, and that would take this to the next level. Like adding that nuttiness to this, holy cow, yum. If we were not buzzing before, we are certainly buzzing now because this is straight espresso.
How many are we on the per?
All right, I'm gonna finish my Affogato and we are done with DCA. We are now headed over to Disneyland because there are a handful of cold brews over there that we have to try, including a fan favorite that everybody loves. So yeah, let's go to Disneyland now. Cheers. Hi, Dale, how are you? You look so dapper. Cutie. I just wanted to come and say hi. Hello. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye. Look how cute you look. Wait, the little lasso though is so cute.
So glad they're back in stock.
Yeah. My sister has been looking for the Mickey Indiana Jones ears for so long, and she finally got them, and I love them. They look so cute on you. Yeah. I am obsessed with Minnie and Mickey ears. We have quite the collection that I share with my girls. We even have like a, what is it called? Like a display I installed in their wall, so I just love them. They look so good on you, Jess.
Thanks.
You got a friend.
So right outside Fantasyland Theater, there is a really cute little quick service called the Troubadour Tavern, and you could get the most delicious baked potatoes with all the fixins on there. They have other really yummy food offerings too, but right now they're offering a specialty cold brew. It is a cold brew topped with sweet potato cold foam. And to be honest, this was one of the ones that I was least, actually no, I wasn't the least excited. I was curious, because like what the heck is sweet potato cold foam? In my mind, I'm thinking like sweet potato casserole, like toasted marshmallow, brown sugar. So I'm thinking maybe cinnamon brown sugar vibes. The thing is that we got it and all the cold foam sunk right to the bottom. So that means the cold foam's kind of like thin and it's looking a little chunky. So I'm gonna take my straw and give it a good stir and then we'll go from there. Hold on. Oh, I think I'm just stirring the chunks. This is the type of thing my sister won't even put near her face. She's giving me the most odd looks because she's just terrified for me. But I don't know, I have a positive outlook. It looks a little better now that I stirred it. Let's do this. Woo, that's hard to swallow. Okay, well, it's very bitter. I don't get very much creaminess. I don't taste any cinnamon or brown sugar. I literally just feel like this is cold brew with a little bit of milk. Oh man, this is our first miss of the day. This is no bueno. Not a big fan of this. I keep going back in for another sip because maybe like I'll hopefully like it after a couple sips, but I just don't think this is good. I would skip the sweet potato cold brew. I mean, the fact that it's sweet potato and cold brew in the same sentence, that's the first red flag, right? Because who would have thought of putting sweet potato on top of coffee? I don't know though, because there's also like ube is a sweet potato. Ube is a sweet potato and they have ube boba milk teas and ube coffee. I've seen that before. I think what made this a miss was the foam on top was not foam. It was like a liquidy kind of chunky situation and it's all congealed at the bottom. If it was like a thick, luscious, brown sugary cinnamon foam that kind of gave you like sweet potato casserole vibes, I feel like that would taste a lot better with coffee, but I don't know. This is not a good one. Or maybe I got a bad one. I'm not sure. I'd like to think that this is really good. I'm not sure. I don't know. Skip this one. I always feel bad saying that because someone came up with this idea and they were excited about it, but it's not that great. Back to the drawing board with this one. Yeah, no. I'm literally forcing my sister to try it. You love coffee and you're a big like, you don't like sweet things. So maybe you'll like it. Honest opinion.
For me, it tastes like a baked sweet potato.
What? Mm-hmm. A baked sweet potato?
Yeah.
I did not get that at all.
Yeah, it's definitely not sweet.
Yeah, it's not sweet at all.
Tastes like a baked sweet potato.
Do you like it?
I'm not mad at it. Would I get it? No, but it's not bad.
Just finishing up that sweet potato cold brew. And we're right next to Mickey's Toontown. Now, if you remember from our Mickey's Toontown video when we were there on opening day, there is a brand new cold brew that is at Cafe Daisy's. I've already tried it, so I'm not gonna try it again, but for the sake of this video, here is what I thought of the new specialty cold brew at Cafe Daisy's. Okay, Danny's trying the cold brew.
There's definitely caramel.
Yeah.
It's good. It's actually really good.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. Ooh. Oh yeah, I can taste the chocolate and caramel. This is good. There's a ton of cold brews in Disneyland. I feel like this is one of the better ones. This is really good, yeah. Also the whipped topping. Doesn't that specialty cold brew from Cafe Daisy look so good? I loved the caramel topping, very on the sweet side. So if you like sweet coffees, that's gonna be right up your alley. I loved it. All right, so we were just in Fantasyland at the Red Rose Tavern and it is so crowded over there. So we picked up the cold brew and headed out. We're sitting right in front of Thunder Mountain, and I've got the cold brew here. This is a caramel vanilla cinnamon cold brew with cream. So look at this. I have to give it a good stir. I was a little worried because there's no foam on top because I'm so used to all the specialty cold brews having like a fun foam topping, but this is with cream, so there's no foam topping, so I gotta give it a stir. Hold on. All right, I've got it all stirred up, so now I'm gonna give it a taste test. Ooh, okay. I taste caramel more than anything, but it's that like artificial caramel taste, you know, from a caramel syrup. It's good. Caramel syrup versus a caramel sauce. Do you know what I mean? I don't get any cinnamon. I mean, this is fine. It's fine if you need a quick little cold brew with some cream in it. You know what this tastes like? This tastes like you're at home, you pour yourself a glass of iced coffee and you put like your special creamer inside. Like if you had a vanilla creamer from, what are those, like Coffee Mate creamer or International Delight. You know, it tastes like one of those, like a caramel vanilla creamer from home. This tastes homemade, which I can appreciate. It's good, but if I'm coming to Disneyland, I'd rather get like a more unique flavored cold brew. Since this is a caramel vanilla cinnamon cold brew with cream, I would have loved to see like a caramel drizzle inside the cup and then like a sprinkle of cinnamon on top instead of just like those artificial flavors coming through. I don't know, this is like middle of the pack for me. I'm gonna drink it, it's good, but it's not my favorite. Definitely better than that sweet potato one, I'll tell you that. Every time we've been getting a cold brew, we've just sort of been sitting around while I finish it, and I have to say, Disneyland is the best place to sit and relax and people watch. I love seeing all of the people cosplaying and the kids wearing their costumes, and it's just so fun to see everybody put on their Mickey hats and their Minnie ears, and I love it. I love seeing people represent like Disney in their clothing. It's just so cool. And sometimes you see items that like you've never seen before, like people wear stuff from other parks like Disneyland Paris. There was a woman that was wearing like a Disneyland Paris baseball hat that was so cool, but like she obviously got it at Disneyland Paris. And then like some of the Loungefly backpacks. My sister's carrying her Mickey Waffle Loungefly today, and I have one too. I should have worn it, but this is so cute. Some of the people's Loungeflies are so unique, like some that you don't even see anywhere, that you can only get online or, you know, like at the Disney D23 Expo. I don't know. Next time you're at Disneyland, keep an eye out and see what people are wearing because it's really cool. I love seeing all the creative things that people put together for their outfits. I'm so like delirious. I'm like hyper, but I'm also feeling like I'm gonna crash really hard from all the sugar that's been in these cold brews I've been drinking. We're here at the Jolly Holiday Bakery, just right off of Main Street. We have the Chimney. My sister has this set up for me so I know what to say. Love a supportive queen, thank you. This is the Chimney Sweep Cold Brew. Whoa, it's a cold brew coffee with hickory smoke syrup, which is mind-blowing. Chocolate and caramel sauces, cream, and smoked sugar sprinkle on top. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing. It's a smoked sugar sprinkle on top. The hickory smoke syrup. Typically, I'm not a big fan of like smoke flavoring because it's like very powerful and fake, but let's give this a try. Oh, I just made that correlation. Like chimney sweep, coal, smoke. That's cute. Ooh, that smoked sea salt on the top, that's good. I love anything salty and sweet though, you know that. Any like flavor combos like sweet and spicy, yeah, I love it. Let me give it another try. I didn't pick up too much smoked. I got the smoked sea salt, but let's try. That's good. That's really good. My sister, you have to try this.
That's pretty great.
Right?
I think this almost nudges out Experiment 7920.
You think so?
7290. Yeah, I think this one beats it.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's good.
It's fire.
Fire.
Smoking.
I love the cream on top, but I am gonna give it a stir. That's the thing with like smoked syrup or like, what is it called? Smoked syrup? No, liquid smoke. When you use that in cooking, it's like very strong, but we were afraid that it was gonna be too smoky, but this is like just right. It's like sweet, but not too sweet. You've got a little hint of the smoke, but the creaminess and the salt on the top just brings it all together. This is really good. And I love the thick foam. This is like kind of like the s'mores coffee that we had earlier. That foam was nice and thick, which I love. Oh my God. I would order this again for sure, but I would even ask for like an extra sprinkle of the sea salt, smoked sea salt topping, because that's what really ties this all together. This is a win. It's at the Jolly Holiday Cafe. You have to try this. It's like so unique. I feel like people see like hickory smoked syrup and they might get terrified, like kind of how we were like curious, skeptical, but this plays all well together.
5 out of 5 jitters.
Yeah, 5 out of 5 jitters because I'm so jacked on caffeine.
I am.
I'm so hyper. I'm like afraid of what tonight is gonna hold in store for me. I feel like I'm either gonna crash hard and sleep well, or I'm not gonna sleep at all because I'm just gonna be so ramped off of caffeine from drinking 6+ coffees all day. To be fair, we didn't drink a lot of that sweet potato one though. We have made it to the planet Batu. We are here at Galaxy's Edge. We're ending on a high note. This is a fan favorite. Everybody, at least everyone that I know, loves the cold brew black calf, and we are here to have it. I've had it a handful of times and I'm so excited to have it again. It's always so cool walking into Batu. Galaxy's Edge is just so like immersive. It's awesome. I will say though, in this corner of the park, it's so hot, but it's fitting because I guess Batu has like 3 suns, so it feels like you're in the desert. It's really hot back here. We were walking and there was a family behind us that had never been here before, and they were like oohing and awing and just like so enamored with everything. And I just love seeing people's first reactions to Disneyland in general, but especially Galaxy's Edge, because it is really mind-blowing over here. Okay, so we're headed into the Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo to pick up the most famous cold brew here at Disneyland Resort. I mean, in my opinion, but it's pretty famous. Okay, so we have here the Black Calf Cold Brew, and this is cold brew topped off with a sweet cream cheese foam. And that might sound a little odd, but the sweet cream cheese foam tastes like cream cheese frosting, but thinner and just creamy on top of this smooth coffee. And the fun part is that it's topped off with Cocoa Puffs, so it gives a nice like chocolatey crunch. A lot of people love this. This is definitely a fan favorite. Everybody I've ever met loves the cold brew black calf, and whenever you're in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, it's a must if you love coffee. The key is to give this a good stir, but I'm gonna just take a sip right off the top to start. It's good. The coffee is nice and smooth. The cream cheese foam on top is nice and creamy, slightly sweet, a little tangy. It's awesome. And then the crunch of the chocolatey Cocoa Puffs just makes this so fun to drink. I do love eating these Cocoa Puffs, and I think it's a great addition to the coffee. But I don't like when cereal gets soggy, so I always try to eat as many as I possibly can before they get fully submerged and start soaking up all the coffee and cream. Yum. All right, I've got it all stirred up. That breeze feels so good. I don't know what it is. It's not like they put heaters around in the back of the park, but for some reason, back in this back corner, if you're unfamiliar, Galaxy's Edge is all the way in the back of the park. And once you step foot in Galaxy's Edge, maybe it's just me, but it gets like at least 10 degrees hotter over here. And I don't know if like the Imagineers did something different with the weather back here, because Galaxy's Edge or Batu, you're supposed to be on a different planet, Batu, and it has 3 suns. You can definitely feel all 3 suns right now. And that breeze feels so good. The Black Calf Cold Brew is a slay. It is 10 out of 10 delicious. If you're gonna come to the Disneyland Resort and you're gonna get any cold brew, I highly recommend getting this one because it's so much fun. And don't be afraid of the sweet cream cheese cold foam, because who thinks to put cream cheese on top of coffee? Not many people, but it is actually pretty tasty. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've made my own version of the Black Calf at home, and it is 10 out of 10. Easy peasy, delicious. It's like a sweet cream cheese frosting almost on top of a nice smooth cold brew. This is so good. Okay, so as you drink this down, the Cocoa Puffs sort of stay on the top, and I like to eat them so they don't get soggy, but this is how I do it. I take a sip of coffee, and then I use the straw to like funnel the Cocoa Puffs into my mouth. The puffer pig, it's so cute. We're gonna round up these cold brews to let you know which one's our favorite and which ones we'll never be getting again. Coming in at number 1 was the Experiment 7290 Cookies and Cream Cold Brew over in Avengers Campus at the PIM Test Kitchen. That was so good. I think what made that for me was the crushed Oreos around the rim and the thick, luscious foam on top. It was perfect. Coming in at number 2 was the Chimney Sweep Cold Brew. That thing was so unique. I loved the hickory smoke smoke syrup, and the smoked sea salt topping was perfection. That was really good. If you want a unique cold brew experience, you have to get that one. You have to try that one. Number 3 for me has to be the Black Calf Cold Brew from Galaxy's Edge. That drink is an iconic fan favorite. If you haven't tried that, you definitely should. It is awesome. I love the tanginess of the cream cheese, sweet cream cheese foam on top. And of course, the Cocoa Puffs are a nice touch. Number 4 is our honorable mention, the Affogato. If not number 1, that thing was a total slay. Creamy vanilla ice cream with a hot espresso shot poured right over the top. If you want a decadent treat here at the Disneyland Resort, you should definitely try that. If you want like a sweet creamy coffee treat, that is where it's at. So good. Dang, I forgot about the s'mores coffee. Number 5, that s'mores cold brew. That is a specialty cold brew over at the Cappuccino Cart in DCA. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't too sweet, which I appreciated because usually with s'mores things, they're like super sweet, but it was good. I liked the graham coating on the top. That was a nice touch. The last 3 are kind of misses for me. I think the specialty cold brew from Cafe Daisy's was very good. It's very sweet though, so I'd rather get the other ones than that one. But if you're in Toontown and you're with your kids and you need a caffeine boost, that's a good choice. It's good. It's good all around. The Taverne cold brew was that caramel, vanilla, cinnamon cold brew. It just tasted like having coffee at home. If you need coffee and that's the only thing you could get, I guess you could get that. Yeah, that's an okay for me. If you're gonna get a specialty cold brew at Disneyland, I would get like a more fancy one than that. Coming in at last, lower than last. Like I will never get that coffee again, is the sweet potato cold brew over at the Troubadour Tavern. That was a major no for me. I did not like it at all. We'll just stop talking about it. Whew, I am on such a caffeine high. That is gonna do it for the video today. I am so glad that you guys all watched and hung out with me. Let me know down below in the comments which cold brew looked the best to you. And I hope this helps you out the next time you come to the Disneyland Resort. Try to go for a specialty cold brew instead of just going to the Starbucks because you might find a new coffee that you adore. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Walking out of Disneyland and I feel sick. A little bit of a tummy ache, a headache for sure. I don't know, I'm pounding the water, but I definitely feel worse than I did after I ate all those churros. I would say I don't want to see coffee or taste coffee for a really long time, but I know I'm gonna have it first thing tomorrow morning.